Did you know that if you subscribe to this channel right now, Mike Williams will receive free lifetime running on the Redline lessons from verified experts in Redline running? Please click the subscribe button now so that the Jets wide receiver can be on the same page with the quarterback once and for all. Please, little button, Redline, big time important. And if you're already subbed, tell a friend. I see you, Harlan.
All right, buckle up, sports fans, because this deep dive is coming to you live from the 3F Network studios. And Frankie, baby, this one's especially for you. We're diving deep into the Jets-Patriots matchup, serving it up hot and spicy just the way you like it.
We know you're out there, Frankie, on some top-secret mission, probably charming foreign dignitaries with that voice of yours. Man, I bet those diplomats can't resist those silky smooth tones, even when he's breaking down those boring stat sheets.
Oh, I know what you mean. Just thinking about his voice, all those whispers and predictions, it just gets me going, you know. But hey, someone's got to keep the 3F fans happy while our beloved Frankie's away, right?
Right. So let's get down to business. We're talking Jets versus Patriots, and this ain't your mama's AFC East rivalry.
Oh, no, this one's got some serious spice to it. Both teams are hungry, they're desperate, they're clawing for a win. Talk about a pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker's an understatement. We're looking at two teams at a crossroads.
Crossroads is right. The Jets are limping in at 2-5, and the Patriots, even worse, 1-6. Ouch.
Week 8, and we're already talking must-win scenarios. This game could make or break their season.
It's do or die time, baby. And it all goes down this Sunday, 1 p.m. sharp, at Gillette Stadium. Usually Gillette's a nightmare for visiting teams, but this year it seems like the Patriots' home field advantage has, well, vanished.
6-game losing streak will do that to you. The crowd's not exactly roaring these days, more like groaning.
Maybe they'll feed off that underdog energy, though. Who knows? After all, the Jets haven't swept the Pats in a season since 2009.
Over a decade of Patriot domination, but hey, things change. Speaking of change, let's talk quarterbacks.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, the big cheese, the veteran superstar, he's leading the Jets. But has he been living up to the hype? Not exactly.
10 touchdowns is nothing to sneeze at, but those 7 interceptions, yeesh, not pretty, uncharacteristic mistakes, costing the Jets big time.
You gotta wonder, is this the beginning of the end for Rodgers? Or can he pull a rabbit out of his hat and recapture that old magic?
Then you got Drake May, the rookie sensation over in New England. 5 touchdowns, only 2 picks, showing some serious potential.
It'll be a showdown for the ages. Rodgers, the aging warrior, trying to prove he still got it, versus May, the young gun, ready to make his mark.
Talk about a clash of styles. And to add fuel to the fire, we got a whole lot of injury drama brewing.
The injury report's longer than my grocery list these days. Let's break it down.
Okay, for the Jets, we got wide receiver Allen Lazard and linebacker Quincy Williams, both listed as questionable.
And for the Patriots,
running back Ramondre Stevenson and defensive end Keon White are both banged up. Could be some serious firepower missing on both sides.
this game could come down to who's healthy enough to even suit up on Sunday. But hey, even with all the injuries, there are still some major game changers in the mix. For the Jets, keep your eye on Breece Hall. This guy is a triple threat, runs, catches, and he's a nightmare for defenses.
Hall's versatility is crucial for the Jets. If they can get him going early, it'll open up the passing game for Rodgers, maybe take some pressure off him. And don't sleep on Garrett Wilson. He's Rodgers' go-to target.
The Jets definitely got some weapons, but let's not count the Pats out just yet. They've got Ramondre Stevenson. He's their workhorse back.
Stevenson's their key, but remember, he's nursing that injury. If he can't go, that puts a lot on May's shoulders.
True. Well, before we get to the nitty-gritty, let's give Frankie a little betting preview. Vegas has the Jets favored by a touchdown, 7 points.
That's a pretty hefty spread. Vegas seems to think the Jets have this one in the bag. But here's where it gets interesting. The over-under is set at 41. And get this, the last 5 games between these two have all gone under. Plus, the Patriots are 0-5 against the spread as underdogs.
Ouch. So what's a smart bettor to do? Help us out here.
Well, if you're new to this betting game, remember, the spread is like a handicap. The Jets got to win by more than 7 points to cover. The over-under is a bet on the total points scored by both teams. Those trends are definitely something to consider, but remember, past performance isn't always a guarantee.
All right, so maybe hold off on those bets till we see how the game plays out. But for those of us who just want to enjoy some good old-fashioned football, what should we be watching for? What are the keys to victory for each team?
For the Jets, it's all about exploiting that Patriots offensive line. It's their weak spot, man. They've been giving up sacks left and right. If the Jets can get to May early and often, disrupt that Patriots offense, that's key. And establishing the run with Hall is huge too. Keep the chains moving, control the clock, take the pressure off Rodgers.
Sounds like a solid plan. What about the Patriots? How can they pull off an upset?
Well, first things first, they got to protect May. Give the kid time to find his receivers. Got to contain Hall, too. If he starts running wild, it's going to be a long day for the Patriots defense. And turnovers, man. They got to force some turnovers.
Yeah.
Turnovers have been killing them all season long. They're just not getting those takeaways. It's hurting their chances big time. If they can force Rodgers into a couple of those, those classic bad decisions, it could change the whole game around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of changing things around, this isn't just about this Sunday, right? It's about this whole rivalry. It's history. These two teams have been going at it forever. There's a lot of bad blood there.
Oh, yeah. You can feel the history every time they step on that field. It's electric. The Jets, they're looking for redemption. After years of being the Patriots' punching bag, let's not forget they already beat them this season 24-3.
Their first home win against New England since 2015. Can you imagine if they pull off the sweep? The bragging rights.
It would be a huge shift in the AFC East, that's for sure. Especially for a team like the Jets who have been trying to find their footing. A win like that could turn their whole season around.
But the Patriots, they're like a wounded animal right now. They do not want to get swept. They're going to come out swinging.
Did you know that if you click the subscribe button right now, Alan Lazard will receive a lifetime subscription of Stickum football adhesive? Click the subscribe button right now so we never have to watch Alan Lazard drop a pass ever again. Please, I am begging you.
Now let's zoom in on some of those key matchups, the ones that could decide the game. We talked about the Jets needing to pressure May, but who are the players we should be watching for in that battle?
Well, for the Jets, it all starts with Will McDonald IV. He's been a beast on that defensive line this season, leading the team with 8 sacks.
8 sacks. If he can get to May, consistently disrupt that Patriots offense, that's going to be huge.
He's the X factor for the Jets.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, the Patriots need their offensive line to step up big time. They've been a liability all season.
If they can't protect May, it doesn't matter how talented he is, he won't have time to throw the ball.
The trenches. It sounds like that's where this game's going to be won or lost. Whoever controls the line of scrimmage, they're going to have a big advantage.
No doubt. But let's not forget about those other weapons on the field. Breece Hall for the Jets, Ramondre Stevenson for the Patriots. These guys can both take over a game.
Hall? He's a nightmare for defenses. He can run between the tackles. He can catch passes. He's got the speed to break a big play, Stevenson. He's more of a power runner, right? But he's also a threat in the passing game.
It's going to be fun to watch them go head-to-head. And don't forget about those wide receivers. Garrett Wilson, he's got star potential for the Jets.
If Rodgers can get him the ball, he can make some big plays. And for the Patriots, Hunter Henry. He's their most reliable target. He's not afraid to get physical and make those tough catches.
Sounds like we're in for a treat, Frankie. This game has it all. 2 desperate teams, 2 talented quarterbacks, 2 completely different styles of play, and of course, all that history.
Absolutely. This is what the AFC East is all about. It's a toss-up.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so exciting.
So before we get to our predictions, let's talk about what this game really means for these 2 teams.
Are we talking playoff implications? Legacy? What's at stake here?
For the Jets, I think this is about proving that they're for real. They put a lot on the line for Rodgers. Now they need to show that he can still lead them to the top. A win against the Patriots, especially on the road, that would be a huge statement.
It would show everyone that this isn't the same old Jets. They're not going to disappoint this time.
Right. And for the Patriots, it's about pride. They're not used to being at the bottom of the AFC East. They're not going to go down without a fight.
They got to show that they're still relevant, that they can still compete with the best.
A win against the Jets, even in a down year, it would show that they're not giving up. They're still in it.
There's so much more to this matchup than just the final score. It's about redemption. It's about pride. It's about legacy. It's about everything that makes football so great.
And Frankie, it's about you. We know you're out there listening. We miss you. We miss that voice. And we can't wait to have you back on the 3F network.
We're holding down the fort, keeping the 3F dream alive.
But for now, we're going to keep this deep dive going just for you.
That's right. We're going to break it all down. All the angles, all the possibilities, all the drama. And when you get back, you'll be ready for this epic showdown between the Jets and the Patriots. Now, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll get to the good stuff. Our predictions.
Did you know that if you subscribe to this channel right now, Mike Williams will receive free lifetime running on the Redline lessons from verified experts in Redline running? Please click the subscribe button now so that the Jets wide receiver can be on the same page with the quarterback once and for all. Please, little button, Redline, big time important. And if you're already subbed, tell a friend. I see you, Harlan.
Okay, Frankie, we're back. And it's prediction time. It's Jets versus Patriots, the showdown of the century. Well, maybe not the century, but definitely the week, at least here at the 3F Network.
We've analyzed the stats, we've broken down the matchups, we've dug into the history. Now it's time to put our money where our mouths are.
I'm going to play it safe and say the Jets win this one 24-17.
Yeah.
I think Rodgers will shake off those cobwebs and lead the Jets to victory.
Interesting. I'm seeing something a little different. I think this one's going to be a defensive battle. A real nail-biter.
Going with the Jets, too. But 20-14.
A low-scoring game.
Okay.
Just how Frankie likes it.
Huh.
All right. Let's get a little crazy. What about some bold predictions? Some out-there scenarios? Okay, I'm going bold. I predict Breece Hall will have over 150 total yards and 2 touchdowns. He's going to be unstoppable.
Ooh, I like it. I'm about to counter with this. I say Drake May throws for over 300 yards, but he also throws 2 interceptions. The rookie will make some big plays, but his inexperience will show.
Now, those are some spicy predictions, but let's be real, Frankie. The best part of this game is those unpredictable moments. The ones that make you jump out of your seat. The ones that make you speechless. The ones that define a rivalry.
The heart-stopping plays. The displays of grit. The moments that make you fall in love with football all over again.
And Frankie, when you're back from your adventures, we'll be here ready to break it all down for you. Every play, every fumble, every touchdown.
Until then, stay safe. Enjoy those exotic locales.
And remember, we miss that sexy voice of yours.
We can't wait to have you back on the 3F Network. But for now, this has been The Deep Dive signing off.
Did you know that if you subscribe to this YouTube channel right now, Tyron Smith will get to drink from the same Fountain of Youth elixir that Devontae Adams has imbibed from? This will allow him to go back 5 years in his career and actually block somebody. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now to enable Aaron Rodgers to stand upright and throw passes for the Jets. And if you're already subscribed, tell a friend about the channel. I see you, Harlan.